Republican vice presidential nominee Mike Pence said he joined Trump's campaign in a heartbeat and said that the decision to put him in office lies in the hands of the voters here in Colorado. Colorado State Patrol says they've seen at least 21 semis, exactly like the one you see behind me, knocked over due to these severe winds. Joe, the conditions out here are anything but ideal, and as such, snowplows are doing everything that they possibly can to make sure that these roads are safe and clear. Ute Valley Park, Garden of the Gods, and Red Rocks open space are just a couple of spots around town known for rattlesnake sightings. All it takes is a simple piece of cardstock and a pen. From there, Alex writes whatever is on his mind before simply taking the cards and placing it on a total stranger's windshield. That's when a Canyon City man purchased the contents inside, not knowing that it contained potential crucial evidence to an unsolved murder. Guys, right now my phone is telling me it's 16 degrees outside with 10-mile-per-hour winds. Now, in order to predict that wind chill, you use a chart like this. On the top, it has the air temperature, and on the sides, it has the wind speed. There's upwards of 50 semi-trucks parked here just doing nothing but patiently waiting out this windstorm. Right now, most people like myself and Landon here are just trying to stay warm inside of their tents, and they'll have to do so until about 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. A Type 2 Incident Command team will take over tomorrow morning, and all that essentially means is that an additional 75 people will be here to help plan and prepare. Guys, we're told the attack happened just after 4 o'clock this afternoon when a girl younger than 7 apparently climbed the neighbor's fence and fell in. Now, based on the community support the paper receives, they're hoping to also start a delivery service. Coming up tonight at 10, I'll tell you how the paper plans to expand and how homeless pets could also benefit. Scott. Police responded to a drowning call shortly after 2 o'clock this afternoon at the Pueblo Grande Village. Tomorrow will be the roll call vote officially making Clinton the first female presidential nominee from a major party.
A home is the most important part of a person's private life.
Which is exactly why the state of Colorado approved the Make My Day law.
It allows an individual to protect themselves from an intruder and to use deadly force in the protection of themselves or their family from an intruder.
And gives you pretty much carte blanche to defend yourself, but you have to be defending yourself. You can't just, it's not like, you know, open season on anybody in your house.
To clarify, homeowners have the right to shoot and kill an intruder only if they believe the person intends to commit a crime or cause harm.
The main thing is, can you articulate that you felt threatened, that your life was in danger? I mean, you have to believe that.
A common misconception about the law is that you verbally have to warn an intruder before you shoot, and while it's always a good idea, it's not required by law.
You have no obligation to warn anybody. If someone is unlawfully in your home as an intruder, you have the protections of the Make My Day law.
Immunity for homeowners is only applicable inside what the law cites as a dwelling, meaning backyards and open outdoor property doesn't count.
It has to be inside the dwelling and inside the part of your home or that is considered habitated.
In the home, you have a lot more protection. You know, legal protection if you use a firearm for self-defense.
Lauren, after turning herself into police, 25-year-old Kenesha Godden is currently being held on 2 counts of felony child abuse. The mother of 2 is also a sergeant at Fort Carson, and after talking to neighbors today about what happened, many of them completely unaware that children even lived in the home.
It's unfathomable that somebody would do that to a child, especially somebody that's supposed to protect and serve our country.
Disturbing details surfacing after a 3-year-old girl and 4-year-old boy were left alone for 5 days inside a locked bedroom in this home. According to the arrest affidavit, the bedroom was extremely hot. The thermostat set at 90 degrees. The man who found the children explained that he used his cell phone light and saw feces smeared all over the walls, dirty diapers on the floor, as well as feces and urine stains.
Never seen kids. Not one time have I seen kids from that lady.
Don't you think that's odd?
It makes me think, how long has this been going on, really?
Godden was away on a trip and had apparently arranged for a friend to check on the children once a day, feed them and change their diapers. But the report tells another story. He did not see any food debris, plates, bottles, or cups. He said the children appeared malnourished.
She's out there leaving her kids at home like dogs in the kennel. I hope they throw the book at her.
A friend did come check on the children in the evenings under the false impression a babysitter was there during the day taking care of them. She would lock the bedroom door, assuming the babysitter would go back over to the apartment shortly after she left. She never spoke to the babysitter. Once authorities learned there was no babysitter, Godden was contacted to immediately return home, and that's when she allegedly tried to cover up her actions. I need you to do me a favor. Please say that you were confused about who was supposed to stay the night, because if you don't say that, I'm going to be charged with child neglect. Erase these messages.
Wish I'd have known, so I could have done something about it. But I mean, it's just crazy how you never know what could be going on, and then all of a sudden it happens.
The children have since been checked out by a doctor, and the extent of their injuries was withheld from the affidavit. We do know the two kids are now with their father, who says he and Godden have been estranged for over a year. For many of us, a windshield means protection. Protection from things like hazards out on the road or perhaps even the weather. However, Alex Lewis is using them for something much more different and perhaps more powerful.
Personally, I believe words are the most powerful force on this planet.
Which is exactly why he created car window poetry. One windshield at a time, his poems are making a small yet meaningful difference in people's lives.
Those words could be something that if you're hurting, they can give you hope. If you're, starting to feel like your dreams don't matter, they can be the things that breathe life into them.
Lewis isn't the only one with a message to share.
Here's a little note to say, I hope you have a wonderful day.
Don't look at the blood, but share the love with everyone, because we are one big family.
He recruits writers from various schools to help craft the tiny notes and says the perspective behind the pen is what makes these poems so unique.
Our perspectives matter, our stories matter, and so not everybody has that perspective or that story. It's something that's unique to us. It's something that can speak to others, and there's stories that people can see themselves in.
I really think it's an amazing idea. It's such a little thing that can make such a big impact on someone's day.
The election and everything going on, we're so spread apart and so divided right now that these little notes can really just start to bring everyone together so that way we can be on the same page.
The poems don't have to be long or in-depth. Only a few sentences will do when it comes to car window poetry.
At the heart of it is sort of just this idea that words matter, and they can encourage people and inspire people, and if we can get those out into the world somehow, some way, then they can make a difference in somebody's life.
In Colorado Springs, Kalyn Mcmackin, Fox 21 News.